Good morning, story timers. Story time with Miss Cheryl. We have a very special reading today. Take a good look at this image. You see people of different shapes, sizes, origins, and colors. People look different and sometimes speak different as well. What do those words say? This world was made for you and me. Kind of what our story is about today. We should live and love together as sisters and brothers, treating one another with kindness, never trying to make anyone else feel like less than. Yes, just like bullying, it's wrong to treat people badly because of how they look, speak, dress, or anything else that may be different. Hey boys and girls, it's me, Miss Cheryl, Story Time with Miss Cheryl. And listen, for today's special story, that's right, this world was made for you and me. And I have quite a few friends of mine here to help with the story today. And before they introduce themselves, I want to give them all a great big thank you for showing up for us today.
Hi, my name is Ana Cisneros. Cualquier cosa para la hora del cuento.
Hi, my name is Clemencia Isabel. Walang anuman.
Hi, mi nombre es Modela Mataveras. En cualquier momento, Miss Cheryl está ávida para ayudar.
Hi, my name is Doreen Kamoga. Webalenyo, Miss Cheryl, Kumpitawan.
Today's story is about Rosa Parks. She is a historic individual from the past whose courage brought about positive change for today. Some of this story starts off kind of sad, but it's about the past meeting the present to create change for a better future. So, just know that this story ends way better than it began. So let's get started. The book was written by Elizabeth Kaiser. There's Rosa Parks. She has beautiful brown skin, a kind heart, and the courage of a warrior. Let's get started. Rosa grew up near Montgomery, Alabama with her mother, brother, and grandparents. She was very little and very brave, and she always tried to do what was right. That looks like a happy family. When she was young, Rosa's grandparents told her stories about slavery when Black people weren't free to live like other people. Slavery was over, but times were still hard for Rosa and her family. Black people were treated very badly and told they were not equal to white people. Well, that's not true, and it's wrong. Every day, Rosa watched the school bus go by, taking white children to their big school. It didn't stop for her. She had to walk a long way to the one-room school that was just for Black children. Rosa knew this wasn't right. She knew she was a regular person, just as good as anyone else. Lots of times she had to make sure other people knew it too. You see how she's kind of standing up for herself? And she's standing up for herself, not in a mean way. You don't have to be mean to stand up for yourself. And that's just what Rosa looks like. She's standing up for herself, but she's not being mean. When Rosa grew up and got a job in the city, she couldn't use the same doors, elevators, bathrooms, or water fountains as white people. Oh my. Look at all those signs of separation and rules. She could ride the bus, but she had to sit in the back. Her life was full of rules that she knew weren't right. Rosa fell in love with a man named Raymond who was trying to change the rules to be more fair and equal. Soon Rosa started working too, trying to get more rights for Black people and help for those who were treated badly. She worked day after day, even when it seemed like nothing would ever change. She did so much, and here she is trying to get people registered to vote, because once upon a time they couldn't vote. On her way home from the city one day, a bus driver told Rosa to stand up so a white person could take her seat. She was sick of rules that she knew were wrong. She thought, enough. She said no. Rosa was taken to jail. She wasn't scared because she knew that what she was fighting for was right. When Rosa came home that night, she talked with her friends and family about what to do. She decided to keep fighting no matter how hard it would be. Black people all over the city heard what had happened to Rosa. They thought enough. Rosa inspired them to stop riding the buses until the rules changed. So they walked to school and to work and to the store in all kinds of weather. They boycotted, so the buses weren't getting any money from them. Rosa traveled the country from New York to San Francisco to convince other people to join the fight. Finally, after 1 year, the Supreme Court decided that treating black people differently from white people on buses was wrong. The rules were going to change. It was no longer safe for Rosa to live in Alabama. She moved to Detroit and fought for fair schools, jobs, and houses for black people. And they're all sticking together, they're all holding hands, and sometimes that's what it takes, is for all of us to come together to fight a cause. She fought for voting rights, women's rights, and the rights of people in prison. When Rosa was an older woman, she was given awards and told she was a hero, but she knew who she was. A regular person, just as good as anyone else, and she had work to do. Well, boys and girls, we all have history. Let's listen to one another and learn from that. And I love that comment, we're all regular people, as good as one another, as good as anyone else, and we all have work to do. We should all be living to make things better.
Oh, Miss Cheryl, that was a powerful story.
Absolutely no doubt.
Yes, how we have grown.
But we can do better.
Yes, I like that. Do better.
Do
better
together.
Let's talk about past, present, and future. History is about events of the past. History, gone. Can't change it. We can only learn from it. We can learn from it. So things that pave the road to who we are and where we are today as a society. Where we are today allows us to take action. Where we are today allows us to do things that will bring about change for the future. Today, our actions and decisions and hearts will be making history for who and where we will be as a society in the future. Let's recognize all historic and past events in order to learn from them, because we all have history. So let's listen to one another. Let's learn from the past and be mindful of the future. And the future is tomorrow and beyond. The results of our actions in this moment in time. So it all depends on what we do today as to what the future is going to look like for all of us tomorrow. A future that is promising and bright
for everyone.
Bam! So let's start with love.
Empecemos con amor.
Let's start with love.
Magmahalan tayo sa isa't isa.
Let's start with love.
Empecemos con amor.
Let's start with love.
Rukundo e gumeho.
Yay!